So Interval International just made a big change to their Platinum membership benefits. Let's discuss it, coming right up. Hello and welcome to Destination Timeshare. I'm Jeremy, and before we get started talking about the changes that Interval International just announced, got an email a little bit earlier today, I want to let you know, on this channel, I like to provide my knowledge, tips, and advice to help you get the most from your timeshare ownership. So if that sounds like what you want to see, be sure to subscribe down below, hit that notification bell, and select all so you don't miss out on a single video. Okay, so let's talk about this. If you are an Interval International Platinum member, you probably received today an email with some changes to the benefits that they're offering. All right, so this change is actually specific to the guest certificates. They were a big benefit of signing up for Interval International's Platinum membership. For the fee every year, you actually got a number of benefits. One of them was specifically, essentially, unlimited free guest certificates. So let's read this email that they sent out earlier today announcing this change. Effective December 13th, 2020, Interval Platinum members may request up to 5 free guest certificates during each year of Interval Platinum membership. Additional guest certificates will be available with the payment of the standard guest certificate fee. Essentially, effective this Sunday, December the 13th, we're only going to be able to select and request 5 free guest certificates each year as a Platinum member with Interval International. So why are they doing this, you might ask? Well, there's probably a couple of reasons. I'll talk about each of them, but there's one that I think is much more likely. And the first one is maybe they want to try and stifle any rental activity that might be happening. Obviously, if somebody's making some great exchanges or purchasing even cheap getaways and maybe trying to rent those out, which is actually a violation of the Interval International terms and conditions, they're then buying a lot of guest certificates. So by charging an additional fee, maybe people won't try and rent them out. But I don't think that is really the reason here. Essentially what it comes down to is by limiting the number of guest certificates, they're essentially going to increase fee revenue. I'm not too sure that very many people actually do go over 5 guest certificates every year. We probably are right around on the border of that. The main reason we add guest certificates is essentially to change the reservation from my name to my wife's name so she can then get Marriott Bonvoy Elite Night credit. That is actually going to be a tip in my 25 timeshare tips of Vlogmas 2020. So when that tip is available, I'll link it right up here, but for now, there will be a playlist to the 25 timeshare tips of Vlogmas up there, so check those out. But that is probably the biggest reason, is to collect additional fee revenue. So for right now, up until Sunday the 13th, when this change actually goes into effect, you actually have a few days to maybe get around this fee, even after the 13th. What you can do now is actually go out and place a guest certificate on all of your exchange confirmations, getaways, anything like that, accommodation certificate confirmations. Go out and place a guest certificate on those. Request one. If you're an II Platinum member, you're not going to pay any fee now until the 13th. So you won't pay a fee if you do it now. So that guest certificate can actually be in anybody's name. So if currently the reservation, the confirmation is in your name, maybe just change it to your spouse. It doesn't really matter too much, because ultimately, if you decide later on you want to give that week away for free and you want to save one of your 5 allotted guest certificates that you have, you can then just modify that guest certificate after the 13th, and there should not be a fee charged. Obviously, we don't know for sure that this works, but there shouldn't be an issue with modifying a guest certificate after that date. Obviously, if you then decide that, hey, you want that reservation back in your name, you can just go ahead and delete that guest certificate. Then the confirmation reverts back to your name, and no issues there, obviously, at all. So there might not be too many people who are impacted by this change, but it does just seem that Interval International is kind of watering down the membership benefits that they have for Platinum. We are paying an annual fee every year for that benefit. And obviously 5 guest certificates is still a pretty big savings and a great benefit of Platinum membership when it only costs about $139 a year. So still, it is probably worth taking advantage of if you're buying a lot of guest certificates every year to give weeks away to family, friends, or even me. So how does this change impact you? Do you use a lot of guest certificates every year? Are you going to be hitting that cap of 5 and then starting to have to pay for more? Let me know down in the comments below. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And to see more videos about timeshare, check out the description box below. For another timeshare tip, check out this video right up here, and YouTube. I think you're going to like that one down there. Be sure to subscribe. You can do so by clicking on my picture right here. Hit that notification bell. And until next time, remember, the best destination is always a timeshare.